When I was a boy in school, I learned the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Liberty and justice for all is a motto for the United States, a proclamation to the world of what we value, so important that Americans memorize it. But we are hypocrites. Hypocrisy is standing for one thing and doing another, calling for liberty and justice for all, while supporting a state that rejects the native people and proclaims itself the Jewish state, is a perfect example. Yet Israel is only a latecomer to ethnic cleansing. The United States showed the way in the 19th century. Manifest destiny was the Anglo-American idea that what is now the continental United States was meant to be taken from the natives by Europeans, the white man, and it was a great success. Zionism, in practice, is the idea that the land of Palestine is to be exclusively under Jewish control, taken from the natives by any means. It is a work in progress, evicting Palestinians for over 6 decades, right up to the present, and is only possible because of U.S. support. Let's look at the strong parallels of manifest destiny and Zionism, two forms of theft. In both cases, the land was said to be empty and unused. The natives were said to be primitive and would move. It was claimed that European civilization would be welcomed. God was said to have given the land to the Jews in antiquity, or to approve the American taking of the West. For European Jews, there was a mythic 2,000-year-old connection to Palestine because of a shared religion with ancient Israel. Natives, who were more likely to be related to the ancients, but did not retain the religion, were not considered to have a valid claim on the land. In North America and Palestine, ethnic cleansing commenced. Here is an artist's rendition of the famous Trail of Tears eviction of Indians. Here is a photograph from 1948 of Palestinians put on the move by Israel. Another Trail of Tears painting, and another group of Palestinians uprooted. What did these innocent individuals look like? Here are alternating photos of American Indians and Palestinians who were not eligible for liberty and justice. This map shows the lands of Indian nations before the arrival of the white man. This map shows in red the Indian reservations in the United States currently. This series of maps of Palestine shows Palestinian land in green and Jewish land in white, starting with 1946 on the left and ending with the year 2000 on the right. The green area continues to shrink today. Though some Native American tribes yielded to dispossession by the United States, some used whatever weapons they had or could make to oppose United States aggression, typically the bow and arrow, hatchet, and whatever could be captured from U.S. forces. With no army, resistance was by those who banded together to meet the threat. The U.S. Army used the products of the industry of the time, the repeating rifle, the revolver, and occasionally the cannon. In Palestine, the situation is the same. Palestinians use what is available or can be made. Rocks are thrown, unguided rockets are pieced together and launched from handmade launch ramps. Having no army, Palestinians form groups of resistance. The Israeli armed forces employ the latest high-tech weaponry, much of it supplied by or paid for by the United States. Here is the soon-to-be-used Magic Javelin rocket launcher. Also used is the Merkava tank, U.S.-made F-16 fighters, and Apache helicopter gunships, and a variety of U.S. and Israeli-made drones for missile attack and surveillance. Even tear gas and ammunition are U.S. supplied. To confront stone throwers, Israeli forces deploy in armored vehicles to fire tear gas and rubber bullets, while wearing the latest in helmets, protective vests, and communication gear. Here is Prime Minister Netanyahu, the director of Israel's ethnic cleansing operation, warmly shaking hands with President Obama, who, equally eager for re-election with the members of Congress, enables the ethnic cleansing of the Palestinians. We should linger on this picture because it is the essence of American hypocrisy. Liberty and justice for all sold out for campaign money and the support of influential Americans who place Israel beyond the reach of justice. Here in America, my U.S. Senator is Jewish, my U.S. Representative is Jewish, my state Senator is Jewish, my state Representative is Jewish, the mayors of New York and Chicago are Jewish, the House Majority Leader is Jewish, the Chairman of the Federal Reserve is Jewish, the heads of the TV networks are Jewish, my dentist is Jewish, a majority of my neighbors are Jewish, my children's pediatrician was Jewish, the doctor who operated on my knee is Jewish, many of my schoolmates were Jewish, more than 10 synagogues are within 5 miles of where I live, the local grocery stores have kosher sections, Jewish holidays are state holidays. In other words, there is no country in the world where Jews are more welcome, more integrated into society, more able to realize all of their potential than the United States. But American Jews must, and do, share liberty and justice for all. Israel calls for American Jews to emigrate, be given Israeli citizenship based only on their Judaism, and to take residence on the lands of the native Palestinians in either settlements or Israel proper, this eviction of the natives being called a right of return for foreigners. Israel Prime Minister Netanyahu lectures the U.S. on victimhood, while his government acts daily to deny Palestinians rights in their own land. He condemns injustices of 70 years ago while directing injustice. Here are Netanyahu's men, the settlers. Here are Netanyahu's men, the police in action. Here are Netanyahu's men, beating the unruly natives. Israel is a rejection of all that the United States stands for, and our support of it has driven America to an all-time low in world public opinion, while kindling outrage that threatens our country. As many Jews will tell you, they are shamed by Israel, which should heed these words inscribed on an American synagogue. What doth the Lord require of thee? Only to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God. Instead, Luther Standing Bear's words apply. They made us many promises, more than I can remember, but they never kept but one. They promised to take our land, and they took it. A state that ejects the native people, then declares itself a democracy, is a sham. The modern United States is a true democracy. Israel is not. The U.S. plays a fool before the world by supporting the Jewish state's democracy for the select. Israel, a tiny country, is the #1 foreign destination by far for trips by members of the U.S. House and Senate, usually funded by the Israel lobby. You will not hear truth about Israel from Congress or the President.